Hello people of the internet, this is just a short story that I've now completed called Disease Outbreak in Springfield. It's only got 5 pages. Bird flu strikes Springfield, USA. And over here, meanwhile at Tokyo Airport, flight 19 bound for Springfield, Oregon, USA. And that's the gate to board the plane. And here's Patient A with the bird flu. And this is what he's saying. Can't believe I am sick when travelling to the US, and there's a thermometer in his hand and he's got a fever, as you can plainly see, and this is him on the airplane. Lucky I am in first class while I have the flu, and there's an emergency exit there and he's sat in first class. So that's the emergency exit, separating first class to business class. And 1 day later, Springfield Hospital. Mr. Horinato, you have the bird flu. And Mr. Horinato says, well, he's sick in hospital. Darn it, no wonder I am so sick. A couple of hours later, Homer catches the bird flu from the hospital. And this is what the doctor says to Homer Simpsons. Congrats, Homer, you do not have cancer. And then find out when Homer is happy and pleased and goes, woohoo! And this is what happens on the news. Flu outbreak in Springfield. This is what Ken Brotman now says, because that's the banner for the news. There has been a outbreak of avian flu in Springfield. Do not panic. Stay away from the hospital and contact with sick people. And this is what Marge is saying whilst he watches the news. Oh my, Homer was recently at the hospital. So hope he won't catch the bird flu. 3 days later. Darn it, I am so sick but still need to go to work. And this is Homer at work being sick. Homer Simpson spreading the H5N1 virus at work. H5N1 is the flu virus that causes the bird flu. And this cough, 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 and he's spreading the virus everywhere. I forgot to colour this in. Should have coloured this in, oh well. But the story's still complete though. Homer, get checked for the bird flu and stay home. You're too sick to be here. Once Homer arrived at the hospital, Homer, you have tested positive for the H5N1 bird flu. I have prescribed some Tamiflu for you. Must stay in quarantine. Thanks, Doc. I've been so sick recently. And then Dr. Hibbert replies with, rest, Homer. 2 months later. This is what Professor Fink has to say. My God, I have just invented a vaccine for the bird flu. The town of Springfield will now be safe. And this is what Ken Brotman says on the news a day later. Good morning, Springfield. Professor Fink has created the bird flu shot. Homer says to Dr. Hibbert after he's got in the shot. Thanks for the bird flu shot. And Dr. Hibbert says, no problem, Homer. Got plenty of more shots to give out. Thank Professor Fink for ending the Springfield bird flu epidemic. And there's a sign taped up to the wall inside his office saying H5N1 shots, and that's one of the characters from Dr. John Marlin. This is the only crossover character I have in my Disease in Springfield comic. Came from Canada to get my bird flu shot. Ontario also has a H5N1 epidemic. Bart using aluminum foil to protect himself. Keep out! Not getting the darn shot. And then Marge says in shock and grief, Bart, why are you covered in aluminum foil? Bird flu is deadly. Killed 690 people here. He has in Springfield. And then Bart has to say this with his Tea Party flag saying, don't tread on me, above him in his room. And Bart says, the aluminum foil is keeping me safe from government signals and also my aluminum trash can hat. Because he's wearing an aluminum trash can hat. And then Marge replies with, no, Bart, the gov is not spying on you. And here's the Springfield aluminum factory making the aluminum for more aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is in big demand in Springfield. And there's Mayor Quimby 1 week later. Town meeting, Mayor's speech. Vaccines save lives. This is why smallpox is now an extinct disease. And he goes on to say this. Listen, people, get your bird flu shots to save lives in Springfield. There has been 2,360 cases and 690 deaths in our loyal town in the past 2 months. Ignore the conspiracy theories and end this epidemic. Board Simpson will get the shot by force to save our town. And this is Bart being forced to get the bird flu shot, and he's screaming, wearing an aluminum cap he made. Please don't give me the shot. It will change my DNA. And Dr. Hibbert has this to say while holding 2 vaccines. Come on, Bart. You're saving lives plus your own life. This disease has a 35% death rate. You are getting vaccinated. You getting vaccinated will end this epidemic. And 4 months later, the epidemic's now over. Now 0 cases of avian influenza in Springfield. Thank you, Springfieldians, for taking my vaccine. Now everyone in Springfield has had the bird flu shot. The epidemic is now over. And there's Marge clapping, as you can plainly see. Well done, Professor Frink. And there's Ken Brockman reporting the epidemic being over on the news. Epidemic over in Springfield. The bird flu epidemic in Springfield is now over. And there's Lisa outside thinking perfect. That's the epidemic's now over. And there's Mayor Kimby making a speech. The avian flu epidemic is now over in Springfield. Thanks to Professor Frink. Springfield Airport will introduce fever techs to prevent outbreaks. That's what some countries in Asia like China and Hong Kong now do at airports since the 2003 SARS epidemic. The end. Hope you enjoyed this video.